What is going on, people? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. What an absolute game from the Gunners. Are you mad? This is my football club. They thought that we weren't going to do it, but we did it. They thought that we were going to go into this game, and, fall apart. There's too many new pieces, but the football absolutely phenomenal. I want to hear all of the pundits that were talking about boring Arsenal, the people that were unsure about our playing style, all of the people that were desperate for us to fail today. I actually want to enjoy and see their takes. That is the truth. That's what I'm here for, because today we saw an absolute masterclass from the boys. I mean, if we let's go through this, right? Let's break this down into the different kind of areas. I mean, let's start overall, right? Going into the game, I was very confident that we were going to be able to, handle Nottingham Forest. I mean, they had a very sticky situation with their last manager. They've got a new manager. It's just a little bit messy at the club. Normally, they're a good team. Andrew's just come in. And so I was very confident going into this game. I even put up a video to just banter and say that we was going to win 3-0. I was very comfortable and confident that we were going to do that. And guess what? We did it. We actually did it. And it was, there were a lot of question marks about I guess I wouldn't say question marks, but there's a lot of new players that were starting that game. Eze got his start today, played out on the left, which was interesting because I was interested to see exactly where we would end up playing Eze, or how we would actually use Eze, should I say. I was curious to know if we were going to have him inverted and then have Madueke, hug the touchline, which he did throughout the whole game. And Eze did drift in a couple of times into the middle, and, he looked very dangerous when we were doing that. It gives, our fullback Calafiori the opportunity to overlap, but we didn't really see much of that. He did hug the touchline quite a lot. He stayed wide. But nonetheless, if we're going through each of these individuals and the way that they played and contributed to the performance today, everybody had a good game. I was pleased with Gyökeres's contribution. He did exactly what he needed to do. Right place, right time. There were a couple of moments where he linked up well with the team. You could see there's an understanding that's slowly being developed here. The one that surprised me, here's one that surprised me, Gyökeres. Not Gyökeres, look at me. Am I out of my mind? Not Gyökeres. Merino. That's the one that surprised me. Mikel Merino, round of applause. Because I will hold my hands up and say I was one of the first people to criticize you as a midfielder. I'm not, I wasn't the kind of biggest fan. But that performance today was absolutely fantastic. Shut me right up. The intricacies, the passing, the cute little touches around the corners, the way you were linking in with the other team. Listen, hats off to you. You were absolutely phenomenal today. I think you had a brilliant game. The other person that had a brilliant game today, which we have to shout out, is Eze. I'm mixing up all my players. They all had a bloody good game. They all had a fantastic game. I'm actually losing my mind because that's how good we were today. The other player that definitely had a really good game was Noni Madueke, man. We've got to talk about it. Let your apologies be as loud as your disrespect. Let your apologies be as loud as your disrespect, because there were too many people that were out here saying that, oh, why are we signing him and blah, blah, blah. Remember those thousands of fans that signed a petition for us not to sign him. Today, he was absolutely phenomenal. He was cooking down that right-hand side. What? That fullback had no chance. He had absolutely no chance. Madueke was all over him. Couldn't give him a chance to breathe. Absolutely fantastic game from Madueke. And, I was happy for him because he's had a good couple games for England. You can see that he's getting warm this season and there's definitely potential. And I'm going to say it, in a game like this, and this is what I was talking about in one of my previous videos about the depth that we've currently got in our team right now. We lost Saka to injury, and for the first time I was like, right, you know what? I'm not that scared because we've got enough talent in the team to compensate for his loss. And today was proof of that. it didn't feel like Saka was missed in this game, which is a very strong position for us to be in, because now when Saka comes back, yes, that's his spot, right? Let's be very clear. Saka is that guy, okay? That is numero uno. That's the guy. But that competition is just gonna breed, improvement. It's just gonna breed quality. It's just gonna it just naturally, because they're just gonna keep on pushing each other. And if Madueke keeps putting performances like this up, then Saka needs to just make sure that he maintains the level that he's always been able to consistently produce for us for a long time. Um, I'm nervous for Martinelli. I'm nervous for Martinelli, to tell you the truth. I mean, again, Eze, he didn't see much of the ball, again, because of how he was playing out there. But when he did see the ball, man, like it was beautiful to watch. Like the way that he glides past players, the way that he takes it past them, it's a thing of beauty, man. Certain players just have this charisma on the ball, and that's the way, when you watch them, like, it's just beautiful. And like, and make no mistake, I'm not comparing him to this player, because what this player did was absolutely out of this world, Zidane. But like, there's players that fall into that category, that Berbatov, that Ozil, that the way they look when they play the game, it's almost poetic. And the way Eze dribbles, man, it is so good to watch. Like, it's so good to watch. Again, Nwaneri, look, I love the kid. Come on. I mean, again, another wonderful performance. Guys, like, individually, I can go through the whole list and say that Mandem had a good game. We could shout out Mosquera again. Like, what? Like, what are we calling him? Baby Gabriel? Is that what we're saying? Because he was really that guy. He was really that guy. What? Like, Chris Wood didn't have a sniff against him and Gabriel today. What? Couldn't get around him. Mosquera was absolutely brilliant, mate. He was strong. Hudson-Odoi was lost. Timber, another great performance. Like, today was one of the most balanced performances I've seen Arsenal have in a very, very long time. But we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the goal. Zubimendi. Where did that come from? He was having a great game. Very, very, clever passes, occupying the right spaces, picking up the ball, moving us onto, like, in like forward in transitional plays, like, finding the right passes, picking the right players. Like you can see that he's, I can't lie, these Spanish players, the way they read the game is a bit mad, They see everything. And we could see that. And that volley was just sublime. And the thing that's important to point out, right, the reason why people enjoy it, of course, it didn't go top bins. It didn't slap it top bins or anything like that. The thing that was enjoyable to see was just the technique. The way he struck the ball was just clean. And it was just like, yeah, that's a strike. Even if it didn't go in, I guarantee you everybody would have been saying, what a strike. Like, it's just one of those things. He hit it too clean. Like, it was wonderful. It was a great goal, and like, that really kind of set the tone. Like, we deserved that match. Like, obviously people were trying to run agenda. Oh, look, Stoke FC, you're like, you're gonna try and get another free kick, like, or another corner. I'm like, bro, like, that. What else did you actually want us to do today? We weren't playing for corners. It weren't a game where it was like we played with much pragmatism or anything like that. Of course, we still got to curb our enthusiasm and excitement. It's Nottingham Forest at the end of the day. Yeah, they had a good season, but we're Arsenal, respectfully. And, we've been really, really good for the last couple of seasons. And at home, we've been really, really good. And so you go into those sorts of games, like, expecting to win. So I'm not just going to make noise for making noise sake in it. There's still a long season ahead of us. But, if we play like that and continue to play like that, then I'm sure we will be all right. Because in terms of balance, how well we defended and how well we played going forward, phenomenal. Odegaard had a good start. Obviously, it was gutting to lose him again to injury. I think it might have even been the same shoulder that he did the first game as well. I'm pretty sure it was, but it is what it is. Hopefully it's not too serious and the skipper comes back and continues to play. It was a very clever move from Arteta to kind of rest Declan Rice. And again, it speaks to the depth that we've got in our team now, where it's like we've got enough quality to be able to do this now, whereby I'm hoping, fingers crossed, were able to rest Saka. He's, you know what I mean, like give him time to just, you know, recover when he comes back from injury. We're not just kind of forcing him back into the games. So look, Gyökeres done what he needed to do today, man. Like overall, the Arsenal performance was fantastic. It was fantastic. I'm very pleased. But now I want to see if some of my friends answer the phone. You know what I mean? Because they had a lot of smoke for me last week when we lost to Liverpool. But let's call KG the comedian. I'm even pretty sure he might be in Saudi Arabia. You know, because he likes to run over there and be into boxing when things aren't great for United. That guy. Let me just quickly call him. Let's see. Let's see if he answers my calls first. That's the most important thing. But talk to me, man. What did you think of the game, man? Who have we got in here? Nice, Mickey. Talk to me. Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy the game? Or has he left? He might have left. Here we go. Let's see. He's not. I don't think he'll answer. He'll be too afraid to answer. Answer your phone, KG. Answer your phone. Why are you scared all of a sudden? Why are you worried? See, this is what they do, man. This is why, yeah, truth be told, right? This is why a lot of people hate Manchester United fans. If we're being completely honest, like, I know it's not about Man United. They've still got to play City. But, like, it's just, there's a deep hate that is you know, is written in concrete stones, like, from way back when it was just the two of us really going head to head, you know what I mean? That Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira era was unmatched, and like it doesn't need to be like that, man. Just like stay where you are, we stay where we are, man. But anyway, he didn't answer the call. Today was a good day. I don't actually know any Nottingham Forest fans, otherwise I would have picked up the phone and called one of them as well and had a chat. But yeah, who else? Do you know who I'll actually shout out for Nottingham Forest? Elliot Anderson. What a player. What a player. That kid, yeah, like very comfortable on the ball, very strong, great passer of the ball, very composed. He's got a big future ahead of him. Very big future ahead of him. And I saw him in a couple of the England games as well, and he was very good then as well. And I'm just like, raw, like, you know, we've got England on paper right now. Obviously, we're talking about Arsenal, but like, you know, if I divert a little bit, like England have got a lot of young talent that are coming through, and it's, you know, with the right coaching, obviously Thomas Tuchel's got a good record at the minute, but you know, we're playing against teams like Andorra, so like, whoa, whoop de do. But like, anyway, like, the point is with the talent pool that's coming through at the moment, England should be a force to be reckoned with. And I think this era is slightly different to the era where, you know, they call it the golden generation, you know, the Lampards, the Gerrards, the Scholes and all of that. It's a very different era because them times, almost all of the major nations had mad players. Almost every single nation had ballers. When you think about flipping France, you know, they had a mad team. Brazil, at them times, were cooking. What? Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, top three. Then they had Diego and flipping Robinho coming through. What? No. Listen, that golden generation, like, don't get it twisted. Yeah, they had a mad team and there was quality all over the country. But, like, everyone, it felt like all the major nations, Germany, France, Spain, Italy was solid. Every major nation had it as well. This time it feels like there's a few. There's a few. I think England, Portugal have got a really good setup. France have got a good like talent pool at the minute, obviously. And I think England, France, and Portugal and Spain have got I think those are the four teams at the moment that have got, like, when you're talking about football, world football, in terms of the young players that are coming through and the balance of experience and young players, I think, yeah, England should go on to do something big. But again, man, like, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. Thomas Tuchel's got a job on his hand. But look, man, Arsenal flipping brilliant performance. Yeah, we'll take the W and hopefully, fingers crossed, it continues like this and we see performances continue to improve. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more fluidity. There were patches in the game where I was seeing that, the way they were linking up and the way they were playing. there was one at that kind of right back position where we were balling, and then Madueke tried to flick it back into, I think it was Ethan, but like it didn't work out. But you know, it's just those little tidying up in those little moments. You know what I mean? Those little details. And I think once those are ironed out, Arsenal are gonna be scary, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. You know I'm gonna have a wonderful week because my team won. I was meant to be there, couldn't be there, but this is the life of a parent. It is what it is. The game's the game. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Let's go. Have a good week, peeps. See you later.